Hi, this is Alcan, and welcome back to my channel. We had some news. Unfortunately, it's not the Trump trial news. Something to do with the NRA in the state of New York. Apparently, the Supreme Court got smacked New York state regulators. Something happened between them and the NRA, and the Supreme Court is forcing an issue, I think, with insurance or something. I'm not really sure, but something financially. So let's get to it. But once again, we are still waiting for something to happen from the jury. They got another reading or something from one of the witnesses, and no, it's not Michael Cohen, it's that Pecker guy who Pecker, Pickles, whatever the fungal his name is. I don't read this stupid stuff anyway. Anyway, this is from USA Today. Supreme Court sides with the NRA. Revised lawsuit against New York financial regulators by Bart Jason, Jansen, USA Today. It's today. I don't know what happened. It comes out of Washington. The NRA will get another chance to punish New York regulators who discourage insurers and bankers from doing business with the gun advocacy group, Supreme Court ruled unanimously on Thursday. Ooh. The NRA sued New York Department of Financial Services, arguing regulators had coerced insurers against the promotional policies by gun right groups, but regulators led by former Superintendent Maria Volito argued they were simply pointing out insurers may face legal exposure for doing business with a gun group during an era of mass shooting and mass lawsuits, and the NRA has no business peddling insurance. U.S. District Court threw out most of the NRA's case, but allowed a First Amendment fight over where Valito had simply voiced an opinion and is allowed under the First Amendment or coerced businesses she regulated, which was not allowed. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found that the claim of coercing not plausible and dismissed the case entirely. But the Supreme Court on Thursday overturned the appeal court decision and allowed NRA's case to continue. Ultimately, the critical takeaway is that the First Amendment prohibits government officials from wielding their power selectively to punish or suppress speech directly or, as alleged here, through private intermediary. Justice Sonia Mayota wrote in the decision. Oops, that was a Democrat. Oops, you know you're screwed when a Democrat rules against them. So, I know. How did the NRA get regulated by New York? This is their stuff from USA Today. The NRA began marketing insurance policy in April 2017 called Carry Guard to cover legal expense for using a firearm in self-defense. Not mass shooting. Carry guard policies were administered by insurance broker Lockton and underwritten by insurer Chubb and Lloyd's of London, but the NRA wasn't licensed to peddle insurance in New York, and the Department of Financial Services began investigating in October 2017. Chubb and Lockton suspended the Carry Guard program the next month. By February 2018, at the horrific school shooting at Parkland, Florida, Valito began meeting with insurance executives who did business with the NRA. What was said is in dispute, but Lloyd's of London decided to stop the underwriting firearm-related policies that month. In short, she made no secret that her purpose was to penalize an advocacy group because she opposed its political views, the NRA argued. The NRA sued Valito, claimed she abused her regulatory muscles to punish the organization for its First Amendment protection speech and suppresses future speech. In May of 2018, the insurance company admit to unlawfully providing insurance in New York and agreed to pay $7 million from Lockton and $1.3 million from Chubbs. December 2018, Lloyd's acknowledged violating state law and agreed to pay $5 million fine. The NRA agreed to pay $2.5 and to refrain from offering insurance in New York for 5 years. Cary Gard violated New York law in numerous respects, but later brief, it was providing coverage for intentional acts and criminal defense costs. Yeah, I know. The NRA argued regulators went too far, discouraging insurance for doing business with the group. On April 19, 2018, Berlino sent guiding letters to New York banks and insurers in the wake of several recent horrible shootings listing Columbine High School, Sandy Hook Elementary School, and Las Vegas Music Festival. Berlino said that the social backlash against the NRA and other gun rights groups is demanding change now. The department encouraged regulation institutions to review any relationships they have with the NRA or similar gun promotion organization and to take prompt actions to manage these risks and to promote public health and safety. The letter says, Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelog, speaking for the Biden administration, said that the first 4 paragraphs of the New York letter was fair comment on the First Amendment, simply meaning that the convicted companies do not do business with the NRA rather than concede them. But she acknowledged that the final paragraph may have gone too far in targeting the NRA because its viewpoints by encouraging businesses to consider reputational risks from dealing with the NRA or simple gun promotion organization. Companies that fail to consider reputation risk to their business face a threat of multi-million-dollar fines from regulators because of the dispute over what Bolero told Lloyd's at the time. Prelog said the courts would have to gather more evidence before deciding whether she went too far with them. The government has wide latitude to speak for itself, including by criticizing viewpoints in which it disagrees, and encourage citizens to disassociate from groups expressing those viewpoints, Prelong wrote in a filing, but the government may not punish or suppress such viewpoints, nor may it concede others into inflicting the punishment or suppressing for it. So that's what it says. The article appeared in USA Today, and it says again, Supreme Court sides with the NRA and lawsuit against New York regulators. In other words, they claiming that the insurance was going to be used to protect people in mass shootings, which is absolutely ridiculous. There is no such thing as insurance for an individual to protect themselves from committing a crime. It's got to be self-defense. Otherwise, whatever is written in the policy for self-defense means self-defense. It doesn't mean I can go shoot up a school and get coverage. That's not how it works. So apparently the Supreme Court doesn't buy anything that New York State said. So it's going to continue a lawsuit against New York State and its regulators for causing all this harm to them. Yeah, but what they did maybe was an error on insurance, but nobody's going to cover insurance for you to commit murder. I mean, that's simple as that. To them, murder, their version of murder is not what's in the books sometimes. I mean, you know, you had this stuff with the Black Lives Matter. You had people shooting innocent civilians. They didn't get covered for that. But then again, some of them didn't get prosecuted for that either. So it's another big loss for New York. And we're still waiting on the jury what they're going to do today. We don't know if they're going to get a verdict today or tomorrow. Maybe the readings is a good thing, but we just don't know. We're on pins and needles. We don't know what's going to happen. So that's all for now. This is Al Can saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop.